What's up YouTube? This is Eric Kelly, aka The Tech Gentleman, bringing you guys another video. Before I get started, I want to remind you guys to hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, and Google+. I have the links down in the description below. Also, if this video helps you out at all, or if you like it, hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And also, if you got any questions, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's talk tech. Alright guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the book cover keyboard for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4. Start out with the price of it. So if you go on Samsung's website, the price of it is normally $150, but they got a little sale going on. It is $138.74 right now. Also, if you look there in the kind of fine print, if you buy a Tab S4 with this, you'll get 50% off of the keyboard instantly. So that's a nice little deal if you're thinking about picking up this tablet. I think that it's a must-have. Go ahead and get started. My little unboxing knife, and you get three main things with this keyboard case. Obviously, the biggest thing and the most obvious is protection. So, one of the motivations for me getting this tablet is the fact that I actually dropped my Tab S3. In the case, mind you, it's a thin and light case, but either way, I dropped it and I cracked the screen. Oh, we got another tab down there. So I dropped it, cracked the screen, and once I went to get a price for getting the screen fixed, they told me it was going to be $200. So at that point, I'm like, Snapdragon 820, do I really want to pay $200 and, you know, stay with this tablet that really isn't the best for what I do? Right, I don't read that much on my tablet. I'm more of a media consumer. I do YouTube, so I'm constantly consuming YouTube videos, constantly watching Netflix stuff. And if I do want to do something else besides that, productivity wise, I like to have something that, you know, offers me a real productivity option, and I think that DeX is that. So this keyboard case was a kind of a no-brainer for me, along with the tablet at that point. So widescreen tablet, great for media. Cool keyboard case, great for productivity. DeX mode on the tablet, great for productivity. So like I said, the first thing you get with the case is definitely going to be protection. Second is going to be a place to store the S Pen. And the cool thing is it's detachable. So you get this little nub right here, and you can actually, you know, if you're a user of the S Pen, you can attach this onto the case right here, and you have a place to store your S Pen, which I know is a complaint that I've seen online here recently, that there's no place to store the S Pen. And also the third thing about this tablet, obviously, is the keyboard. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the tablet in here after I get this plastic out, and I'll let you guys see this in action, see the full deal here. So this is basically Samsung's third, even though this is the fourth tablet, this is their third iteration of kind of their mechanism to get a tablet into a case. But if you look at how this tablet attaches to the case, it's actually like a little super thin little polycarbonate case they have it in here. And if you think about the previous tablets, I know for the Tab S2, they had little holes in the back of the tablet that the tablet, you know, clicked into. I think that worked great. The Tab S3, they actually had magnets in the back of the tablet, so all the cases that were from Samsung, you just put them up against the back of the tablet, and, you know, magnetically they stayed against the tablet. I heard some complaints about that, so I ended up not getting them because people complained about the magnets not being strong enough. So here we are, the fourth generation of the Tab S. And I think, me personally, this is the best tablet that Samsung has come out with. Not even from a spec perspective, this is running the Snapdragon 835 from last year, 4 gig of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage. This is the Wi-Fi only model, so you don't have you know, LTE support on this one, but they do offer one with LTE support, and you have the micro SD card expansion, like I said before. But the reason why I think this is the best is they figured everything out. So they have a reliable mechanism to keep the tablet attached to the case. They have a pogo pin solution for powering and communicating with the keyboard. So there's no batteries, no Bluetooth, no wireless, anything like that with the keyboard. There are also little feet at the bottom of the tablet that keep it secure. There are magnets that keep it attached to the base. And the biggest thing though is the fact that they've included DeX mode now. So with DeX mode, you have the option, as you can see, as soon as I attach the keyboard, it fired up. And now I've been thrown into Samsung's basically productivity mode. So if you're not familiar with DeX, it's Samsung's version of a desktop-like interface. Up until now, in order to use DeX, you usually had to have a dock or a cable or something like that. So with the Note 8, you have the option to sit it in a dock and connect, a mouse, keyboard, Ethernet cable, HDMI cable, and all of that. And you would get DeX on a second screen. But with this Tab S4, they've actually used the Tab S4 as the screen. You have the option to mirror it to another device or another screen, but this is something that I like, because up until now, putting a keyboard on a tablet has always just been a tablet on a keyboard. So you were kind of crippled until you got to, an application that actually needed a keyboard. Like, there was no benefit to having it other than adding thickness and weight. But now with this, entire interface, if I go into Word, of course I have the option to, type up whatever I want to type up. That's pretty cool. But also if I'm in Chrome, if we go to Chrome here and I open it up, if you're familiar with Chrome shortcuts, they actually will work. So I can, Alt Tab, to go through my actual windows on the device, just like on Windows. And I can see Control Tab to go through my tabs here actually in Chrome. I can Control W to close tabs. I can Control T to open new tabs. So you actually get those Windows shortcuts and some of the benefits with actually having an actual keyboard. So it has some functionality and use outside of just typing whenever you need to type and having an interface with the screen. So productivity wise, this is going to be a step above any other tablet. Even though the Windows Surface Go, like I told people in my last video, the Surface Go it looks appealing until you start trying to get to a usable product. Then at that point, you're well into Surface Pro price territory, and you don't have near any of the power or the resources as the Surface Pro. So this has been a quick look at the keyboard for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4. Give you guys one more look around. Got our camera cut out there in the back, and it has a kind of rubbery kind of texture on it. I don't know, this should wear pretty well, should be pretty stain resistant. It's not like fake leather or anything like that, but it is kind of soft and textured at the same time, so it feels good in the hand. You can see that's an idea of the thickness there, just for comparison. This is a Note 8 next to it, so it's not going to be super thick, but it does feel like a tablet with a keyboard. Adds a good amount of weight. I'd say this keyboard doubles the weight, but the tablet doesn't weigh that much anyway. S Pen is in there, pretty good. It's not coming out, if you're wondering about that. So off the bat, I like it. I'm pretty impressed. The only downside I can see is possibly the fact there's only one angle that you have, so that might be a downside. Something that I do like though is that the bottom of the tablet does kind of extend onto the base, so the center of gravity is going to be more closer to the middle of the tablet here, so it should be a lot more stable than if this was kind of set up at the back of the tablet with a little kickstand at the back, something like that. So I do like that. Like I say, it magnetically attaches to the base down there. Communication through pogo pin, so there's no wireless mumbo jumbo or anything like that. All in all, I think this is going to be a solid device. I don't know, I'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, this is day 2 with it. Day 1, well, the start of day 1 with the keyboard. We'll see how it goes. Until next time, guys. Peace.